Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, a friend of mine on Facebook, Mr. Dave Trotter, has just set up a new YouTube channel called Dave Cave, or The Dave Cave. And he did he's only got one video at the minute, but it's a man cave tour, which is pretty cool. And he had a fair amount of Star Wars things, and most of my friends know that I am the king of Star Wars nerds. I fucking love it to bits. So I thought I'd go through everything I own that is Star Wars, or everything I can find, because I've got a fair amount. So we'll start with like video games, board games, move on to other stuff, books, whatever else I've got. I'll just show you these. As you can see just behind there, those are, I think, like 2 foot tall figures. Just, they don't do anything, they just stand there and look nice as a Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper. That's just a standee there. I've got posters and things as well. So we'll crack on with games. I don't have a lot of games anymore. I did end up selling a lot of them, as we all do, but you know, I'll get them again. So first off, we have Star Wars Pod Racer on the Nintendo 64. Really good game. I spent so much time playing that game. I do have the Dreamcast one as well, but that's bootleg, that's a copy, so I won't bother showing you that one. Next we have Shadows of the Empire, N64 again. This game is so hard, it is unreal. I remember getting stuck on one of the levels, fighting IG-88 assassination droid. All you Star Wars nerds will know who that is. Next we have Rogue Squadron, probably one of the best Star Wars game series. Knights of the Old Republic are my favourite, but then it's got to be Rogue Squadron. Next we've got Star Wars Racer again, but on the Game Boy Color this time. It's alright, it's not the best, but you know, it's playable. Now this game is utter pap. Dark Forces, I think it runs on a very similar engine to Doom, or it probably is the Doom engine. It's not good, I don't like it. Next we've got Star Wars Jedi Power Battles for the PlayStation 1. Again, I've got it on Dreamcast, I'll show you that soon. Dreamcast 1 is superior graphics, superior sound, superior everything pretty much. Really good game. I spent a lot of time years and years ago playing that one. Next we have Star Wars Battlefront for the PlayStation 2, the Platinum version, I'm afraid. Now, the new Battlefront's coming out soon. Cannot wait for that game. Besides Metal Gear Solid 5, that is my most anticipated game for this year, and I cannot wait to smash it. Next, we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, probably my absolute favourite Western RPG. It runs on a similar engine to Dungeons and Dragons, if anyone plays that. Same kind of gist. It's turn-based combat, but mixed in with real-time. You can play it. It's hard to explain. I mean, all Star Wars nerds who are going to watch this, they'll know what I'm on about. But yeah, we've got that. Next we have The Force Unleashed. I think it's still the biggest selling Star Wars game ever. Probably until Battlefront comes out and then just destroys it. Really good storyline. For some reason, the Wii version is the best one. It seems to be the most complete one, obviously, aside from having the worst graphics compared to the PS3 one. It's the cutscenes and the gameplay just seem to gel a lot better. I don't know why they messed about with that one. Next we have The Force Unleashed 2. This was a unneeded, uncalled for sequel just because the first one did so well, but you got to use 2 lightsabers. The fluidity of the combos was a hell of a lot better. Just bear with me, guys. I'll just get my other Star Wars games. I forgot to grab them. So we've got that. What else we got? Ah, yeah. Right, yeah, we've got 2 games here. So I'll show you this one. As I said, Star Wars Jedi Power Battles on the Dreamcast. Unlocked everything on that once upon a time. I've then got Star Wars Demolition, which is like, how do I explain it? It's like Vigilante 8, I guess. Like destruction in like open maps against other players. Yeah, you get to use like ATSTs, Boba Fett, you know, stuff like that. So I think that is all my video games. Yeah, actually, I'll show you this. Actually, let me just grab this one. It's not a video game, but it's an electronic kind of thing, and it is this. Still kept it sealed. This is Star Wars Jedi Decks. Now, this is pretty much a Pokédex for Star Wars. It's got information on all of the films up until the Attack of the Clones. So Star Wars Episode 2, that's what it looks like anyway. It's really cool. So yeah, it's really nice. I mean, I've got it absolutely dirt cheap as well, which is pretty good. Keep that nice and sealed. Right, so that's all video games. We'll move on to board games. I've got a few board games. So there is this one. can see it. I'm going to pop it back there. Just ignore me writing Paul's game on it. I had a brother who liked destroying stuff. So, Rescue on Geonosis, how this works is you take control of one of the good guys, Padme, Anakin, Mace Windu, pretty much anyone besides Obi-Wan Kenobi, because he's been kidnapped on Geonosis, and your mission is to infiltrate and rescue him. And it kind of plays like a Dungeons and Dragons game. You see this red board here. The bad guy uses that, and he jots down where all his troops are, and then as the good players round corners or open doors, they get ambushed by the bad characters. And the aim of the game is to rescue Obi-Wan before Count Dooku escapes in his Geonosian fighter. So put that there. Right, the last Star Wars game I've got is this one. Star Wars Risk, the Clone Wars edition. I'll have to put it down. I do want the Empire one because this one is so broken, it's unreal. You can play standard Risk like normal, but if you play the Star Wars version, the bad guys, the separatists, have got the Execute Order 66 option, and for those who've seen the films, just annihilates you. I mean, in the films, the clone troops turned on the Jedi, wipe out the Jedi Order. In this game, it's pretty much the same. The bad guys have got a chance of capturing all your troops pretty much and just ending the game in a winner like that, which is really, really unfair. So it's pretty annoying, is that one. So I don't really play it that much. Next, I'll show you what we got. I've got a card game. If anyone's a fan of trading cards, I found this in a charity shop recently for £1. So it's the Attack of the Clones trading card game. And out of all the Star Wars card games I've played, this is probably the best one, guys, to be honest. The gist of it is, it's 2 players, obviously. One person plays the light side, one plays the dark. And your deck is separated into 3 types of cards. Well, character cards. You've got characters, ground units, and space units. And they're in 3 zones. So characters fight characters, ground fight ground, space fight space. And the winner of the game is determined by the first person to control 2 of those 3 zones. And you use dice. So say Anakin's card's got an attack power of 5. You roll 5 dice. Any 4, 5 or 6s are classed as hits. And then you knock those hits off the opponent card's hit points. And it's nice and easy to play. It is really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to playing that with some of my mates. Next, probably the most underrated of the Star Wars trading card games is this one. This is one of the like power-up packs, and I got this real cheap as well. So I don't know if anyone's seen this. It's called Star Wars Pocket Models, and again, it's a dice rolling game. 4, 5 or 6s are hits, but I'll show you some of the figures. Inside there you get 30 cards. You get a Star Destroyer to use on your team. If I just show you these, this is one of the units. So if I show you, this one right here is Jango Fett's Slave 1. If my camera would focus, can I just... You're going to do it? Come on, you tosser. No, but anyway, yeah. So, and they've all got stats on the bottom. So you've got... see, it won't even bloody zoom in to show you. It's been an absolute tool. But anyway, yeah. Red is attack. Blue is defense. Yellow is damage. Green is shield. So you roll dice, add your attack bonus, which is red, compare it to an opponent's shields. And again, number of hits, take it off the hit points, blah, blah, blah. So, like, bad guys versus good guys, this is just an arc fighter. But you also use cards as well. Cards give your ships power-ups. And how you start a game is these 3 stars here, if you can see it. God, that's so blurry. You build a fleet worth 20 battle stars. And in your arena, you've got your home zone, you've got the contested zone, which is the battlefield, and your opponent's home zone. Aim of the game is to either blow up all of your opponent's ships or get into your opponent's home zone and destroy their 3 objective cards. I'll probably do a video on how to play it properly because it's a little bit hard to explain. But it's such an underrated game. It did so well in America and it just died on its arse over here. And there's some of the cards. I mean, I've got... That's only 2 decks back to back what me and my friends use when they come over. But I've got... oh, God, I've got so many. I really have. I'll just show you. That big-ass bag there is full of them. Right, next... Let's move on to... Oh, I might as well get a few DVDs out of the way. These are the very original Star Wars Clone Wars animated series, the cartoon ones. It came in 2 parts, I think 13 very short episodes. They're okay, they're not amazing. They're a decent watch if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan. Not as good as the 5 or 6 seasons of Clone Wars. Next, what shall we show you? Actually, I'll show you some books, actually. So I've got a bloody ton. So there is this thing. Star Wars: The Essential Guide to Planets and Moons. It's a pretty old book. It came out in the 90s, so some of the canon's actually outdated. But Really nice 90s artwork, black and white. You get information on 100 planets and moons, which is pretty sweet. I have also got the Essential Guide to Droids, but I need to find it. I don't know where that's gone. Next, we've got this Star Wars, The Ultimate Visual Guide. Now, this is like a visual encyclopedia. If you look on the back there, it's got Darth Nihilus out of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Probably the coolest looking Sith Lord ever. Besides Vader, I guess. But yeah, that's... It's pretty decent. I mean, you do need to buy a new one every couple of years because of all the new Star Wars stuff what comes out, but it is good. This book is probably one of my favourite ones. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. It's a Star Wars Episode 1 cross-sections book. It's got detailed cross-sections of ships from Episode 1, and the story behind this is my art teacher just had it lying around in a classroom one day, and I told her that I'm a massive Star Wars fan and she'll let me take it home, and I've read it over and over. I know the ins and outs of most of the ships inside it now. Yeah, there's the Gungan sub with Jar Jar Knobhead just there. But yeah, that's that one. If I just move these, because I need to show you this one. This is such a good book. I found it for £5 as well. I've never seen it before, but it's amazing. If I bang that there, I hope you can see that. Millennium Falcon, a 3D owner's guide. Now that ship there, the Millennium Falcon, as you open the pages, it kind of cross-sections itself and goes into detail of certain parts. So I want to show you a little bit of it because it's awesome. So yeah, look, if you see, it just moves away and it explains bits of the ship, and you know, it's so good. I was going to give this to someone as a gift, but I thought, you know what, I've never seen it before, I'm keeping it. So I gave them something else. So there's that. That is beautiful, it really is. It's so nice. What we got next? What we got? Oh, we got a book. That's one of them. I've got a few more. Jedi Trials. It's actually decent, is that? I mean, Hayden Christensen's on the front, but you don't have to put up with his monotone acting in this. Give him whatever voice you want. It is a really good story, actually. Put that there. What's this? This is a little toy my girlfriend got me a few Christmases ago just as a joke, and it's awesome. Never even taken it out. I think it's like a Hot Wheel, so you just pop the slave one into the launcher and just fire it across the floor and have about 2 minutes worth of fun and then get bored with it. Next, what should I show you? I'll show you these. Now, I'm a massive Dungeons and Dragons player, fan. Been DMing and GMing for about 8 years, and this book is battered beyond all hell because I have got so much use out of it. I've got more fun out of playing this game with my friends around a table and drinking beers and rolling dice than any video game has ever done for me. Like I say, it's battered because I just use it all the time. Absolutely love it. The amount of stories me and my friends have come up with is unbelievable. So that's the core rule book. Cost me about £40. Then you can get expansions. This is the Force Unleashed one. I've got a few others. I've got Knights of the Old Republic. I'm sure I had a Legacy era one as well somewhere. I might have sold that. I bought Legacy one for about £20, but then I realised it was selling online for about 70 and I needed some quick money once upon a time, so I just got rid of it. But hey ho. Next we've got a few other games. Star Wars Trivial Pursuit Bite Size. We've got Star Wars Sagas Edition 1, the one where I've been playing with myself on YouTube. Next we have got a replica film cell for The Empire Strikes Back. I got this with my D'Agostini subscription to Star Wars Fact File. I'll show you one of the magazines here. That's one of them. What issue are we on? What issue is this? That's part 69. I think I'm up to about 74, and I've not even catalogued about 40 of them. They're all just... they're everywhere. They really are. God's sake. We're getting to the end of it now, guys. Next, we have got some Star Wars Black Label figures, which I'm keeping in the boxes because you'd be a fool to open Star Wars toys. We've got Luminara Unduli, Bastille Shan from Knights of the Old, Little Yoda. What else have we got? Oh, fall over there, breaking stuff. We've got Torin Farr. I think she's a rebel. God knows. Never heard of her, to be honest. Dak Ralter. I know of him from Rogue Squadron games. We've got 3 more. Who's this? We have got the Darth that is Vader with with blaster deflecting things. We've got a biker scout trooper, and the last one is a Jedi Master called Pablo Gil. Now he's in the films for about 2 seconds, and he's getting pretty hard to find, pretty valuable. So he's getting kept in his box. Next, again from the D'Agostini thing, I got a limited edition Darth Vader figurine special just for being a subscriber. Yeah, I've just kept him in his box and in his packaging, so it stays nice and minty fresh, I guess. And probably my all-time favourite thing I own, again from D'Agostini, is this. I'll show you the box first. It's a limited edition Boba Fett figure. Now I hope it doesn't blur because it's fucking beautiful. Look at that. Words cannot describe how nice it is. I had a choice. You had a choice of two. You either got a Darth Maul, which did look sick as hell, but I thought, you know what, Boba Fett's more of a badass. So I took Boba Fett, and he stands on my bookcase. So I'm pretty sure that's everything I own Star Wars. Sorry for the mess. I mean, actually, I'll show you the D'Agostini